crafty friends. Today I have a freebie for you available through the Junk Journal Studios Ko-fi shop. I will link the freebie in the description box. She created some Halloween and fall labels in orange and in black with like a little bit of like almost like ink stains of orange in the blacks. Really pretty. So I thought I would do a little project today with you using 3x5. Actually, are these 3x5? They are, I'm sorry, 4x6 index cards that you can just get from like the Dollar Tree store or on Amazon. So I put some of these together already, used some of the labels, but I wanted to show you how I put this little flippy book together. So I have the last page, and I'm using up my scraps from several of the fall collage kits from the Junk Journal Studio. So I've just kind of torn up some of the pages and created like a little bit of a collage background. So to connect these 4x6 cards, I did ink them up a little bit using distressed ink, the carved pumpkin, and a little bit of spiced marmalade, just so you can't see, so that the edge doesn't show white. So I just cut, these are just 1-inch strips, and they are, let's see, 1 by about 5.5, and I just scored it in the middle at 1/2 inch and just folded it and just glued it right on the index card. And so we're going to attach the next card, and I'm just going to add some glue here. And just kind of line this up. It's a great way to use your index cards to make like a little mini journal. And see the spine there? I used all the same scraps. It was one of these sheets like this that had orange on it. So yeah, it looks nice and neat. Let's see. Let me kind of burnish that down so we make sure the glue sticks. And then I'm just going to bring in some of my scraps that I have from the kits. I've created some journals with these kits, and I've created several projects. Let's see, this is kind of a book page I want to put in here. Tear some of these edges here, and let me bring my inks in to kind of ink up these corners a little bit. So let's bring in some carved pumpkin. To just kind of ink up that white a little bit. So there's several beautiful fall kits in the Junk Journal Studio store on Etsy. I will link all of the kits that I used below in the description box. And I will also put a link to the Halloween and fall freebie labels, just fabulous to use. And I actually like the colors, you know, the black and the orange together. I think it's really pretty. So we'll have to cut off some of this excess, and that's okay. Now you can collage your index cards before you attach them. In which case just your little hinge will show, which is, you know, fine sometimes because it kind of adds like a little bit of a decorative element. So on kind of this orangey color, I'm gonna use some, I can find my, use some black soot. Just ink that up a little bit. This is a great way to kind of use up your scraps. My original plan was to make some clusters, some fall clusters, but I was just got these index cards out and started playing with them, and I'm like, oh, we can do a little cluster decoration on our little journal page. Let me bring in a little bit of this calendar here. So kind of like the lighter pages, I inked with orange, and then with the carved pumpkin, and then the darker pages I inked up with the black soot. I love making these little folios using file folders, or like in this case the index cards. I just think it's fun, something different. Yeah, so no measuring, just tear up your scraps. Put that up there on the top. So I hope everybody's deep into fall crafting. I don't really do too much Halloween. I don't do anything scary, evil, demons, witches, all that, but the playful vintage, let's do some music paper, kind of vintagey images, the pretend like when I was a kid, and you know, the fun of dressing up. I like projects like that. And there are actually a couple kind of vintagey Halloween images in the one of the junk journal kits. I want to say it's Autumn Bounty, I think. That's where this little image came from. You can tell it's vintagey. Okay, and then another little scrap. Let's just maybe bring in a little bit more of this orange just to cover up this spot right there. Yeah, I like the orange, but the orange and the black I just think looks really pretty too. So I'm just going to lift this card up and just cut off our excess there. And using the index cards with these kind of, you know, makes your base a little more sturdy too. So there's that page. And then I wanted to bring in some of the leftover ephemera that I have from the kit. And I wanted to collage these up. I've inked some of them already. I think these would look cute collaged. So you see how you can see a little bit of the card right here? That's why I inked this background. Of course, if you cover it before you put the hinge on, then you don't have to worry about that. But see, I'm going to bring this ticket in. There's fabulous tickets in these kits. And this little advertisement here, October Brewing. You do like when I'm going to cut the edge of this white edge off. Oh, I got it double-sided. Okay. When you collage like this, you do sometimes end up, you know, kind of overlapping a little bit, which I think is fine. So this goes down about to right there. So I'm just going to put the glue along here. Let me know in the comments if this, the glare from this glass mat is too distracting. I brought it in because I wanted to use some of the inks, my inks, and so. Okay, so let's ink this one a little bit. There's just an incredible amount of fabulous ephemera in these the journal kits. So it's just fun that you can, you know, you can use your leftovers to collage. And let's see, let's bring in this piece and ink this one with a little bit of black since it's kind of light. So I could cover my hinge, but I think that looks pretty. It's just kind of like carries on a continuation of the decoration. And I had used part of this ticket on another page, on this page. So I'm going to use the rest of it here if it works. I'm going to turn this one sideways and glue it. I love the collage look. What about you guys? Do you like the collage look? I think like my eye just automatically attracts to, you know, pages that have any digitals or any, you know, scrapbook paper or whatever that has kind of that collagey look to it. I just think it's pretty. How about this one? We're going to overlap. That's okay. Let's ink that with a little bit of carved pumpkin. let's put this fall card here. I'm going to end up decorating these pages, so some of this is going to get covered. And one more. Just a little piece. Got a little piece left right there. I did a tutorial on I made some tags doing kind of the collage look, but then on the top of the tags I use Collage Medium. Just gives it a neat look. I thought of doing that to these pages too. I just like it just gives it this unique look. Okay, let's cut the excess off of this one. Isn't that neat? Looks cute. And then we just have our back page. And I think I'm just going to bring in some of this paper. Music paper with orange. Actually, let's do black soot since it's orange. Give us, so I'm going to tear this off. Okay. You guys like these colors, black and orange? I think they're neat. You know, it's not, really the only time I use these colors together like this time of year. And you can add as many pages on as you want. I have, what, 1, 2, 3, just 4 pages. I just think it makes a cute little folio. But if you wanted more, look at this, isn't that neat paper? It's, I want to say this is the Fall Kit 2. Little basket weaving look. That there. And the collage look, tearing these is like perfect for some of the pages she has in her kits that have where the pages are like on one page. You can see part of it here, but on one page there'll be like 3 different design, you know, patterns or colors. It's perfect to kind of tear something like, tear those. A bit of that white off. Yeah, you can go back through some of my videos and see that I created a little folio using the pages with the 3 different patterns on them. There's so many things you can do. Hang over to cut that excess off there. And that fits right there. Just fun to be random sometimes. No stress of planning it. And we've got a little corner there. Let's glue that down. Let me cut off my excess. here. Yeah, I can't wait to get into some of the Junk Journal's Christmas kits to do some of these collage-y projects. I wanted to make one with like tickets and then like decorative pieces. Okay, so let me I'm gonna just show you how I made my tabs. I just inked up some white paper. Just brought in some carved pumpkin. Let's bring in a little bit of this gathered twig. So it grunges it up. For those of you that really love the grunge look, I know that's popular. So it just kind of gives us a little bit of a background for our tabs. I just have no idea where I put my wet wipes. I'm just gonna wipe this up right here. And so then I just bring in this little punch. No idea where I got it. And just in that far. I think I just need one more. Yeah, I do. And create a little tab and fold this over. So funny how I can have everything right in front of me and oh, there it is. When I'm looking for it, it's like, ah, where is it? Just add a little bit more orange. And then I'm gonna put this little tab, kind of have these staggered, let's see, here maybe, no, I think it looks good there. Maybe we go back up to the top or in between right there. How about that? And let's bring in some of our freebie labels. I've got October, Halloween, pumpkins. And let's put some labels on these ones. Yeah, there's numbers and these blank labels in here. What did I just drop? Something dropped. Don't know what it was. Leaves. I like this little octagon shape. I wanted to use one that said noted. Here's the notes. And they come in different, she's got different sizes on here. So, I wanted to use one of the, this is too small one, the next size up. Used Halloween already. But I use pumpkins. Let's see. That one was orange. Let's do a black one. Let's do this filed one. I don't know where where it is in the stack. So let's just cut another one out. These are perfect for little like file folders. And I'm just going to add a little bit of carved pumpkin ink around the edges. And let's glue that right there. Filed. And I think I wanted to use this in autumn, but I think I want the orange. I was kind of staggering them. I was doing, you know, orange, black, orange, black. So I'm going to cut this autumn out. And I'm going to cut these sleeves out. Let's use black soot on this since it's already orange. Sorry about that. Excuse me. It's making me sneeze. Autumn, and then I want to put labels on the back here. So let's put leaves on this one. So this one is covered by the paper, but that's okay. The back side, it still looks cute. And then I needed something on the back of this one. Let's do a black one. How about treats? Treats, treats, there you are. Who doesn't love a treat? I have to be careful with that word because my rabbits hear that. I mean, they have hearing like bats. And they either hear the treat jar or they hear that word and they are like, where is the treat? They are little beggars. Okay, let's make this with some orange. I like on these labels, she put like a little splatter of orange in the corner. It looks so cool. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in some of my ephemera. Try to lay some of this out, kind of in order. We did this page. I'm going to do this page. I was going to do, look at this cool big owl. Let's cover up some of those white edges. And this is the other Halloween thing that I inked up already. I wanted to stick that in here. That was going to go on a different page. My pumpkins are going to go on a different page. pumpkins. Lots of pumpkins in this kit. Oh, this little owl. I wanted to add this little owl. A page of owls. Oh, what's this? One of the papers has like music paper on it, and I think there's like something about the squirrel and autumn or fall and Halloween. But that could be added to this. Let's put that down. And I want to glue my owl down, this great big owl. It comes in a couple different sizes in the ephemera, smaller, and then this big little guy. And I think I was gonna add that. It's a little bit more orange to it. Let's do that. This guy back there somehow. Let's see, let's do this one first. And I think I have enough time before that completely dries to lift it up and just stick this little owl peeking over. That owl. There is a 31. I think I'm going to add in here. That's in one of the freebies. I feel like that needs to go over there. Right, I can lift that up a little bit. Add a little more glue. Oh, I think I was gonna do, I was gonna layer this label. It's a smaller one. It's the 10. There's a 31 in here. There's another 10. Where'd you go? There you are. Still in my little thing. Oh, no, that was the background that, just gonna cut another one out. This one right here that, this little octagon with a little bit of text in there. Little, make sure I got all my white edges covered there. I'm just gonna layer it like that and put that maybe right there or down here. Over there. I want to put it up here, but I feel like it's got this little space down here. Let's put it right here. That look neat, layered. Isn't that cute? Okay, and this page, since it says pumpkins, I'm going to bring this one in, and I'm going to bring some of our pumpkins in. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how I think I put that up there. I put these down here. Lots of pretty pumpkins. I wanted to add this little squirrel. It's so cute. I could make this a little pocket. We'll do that. Just kind of layer these. There's some white pumpkins in here too. It's a little bit too small. Just kind of put a little bit of glue around the edges and the bottom. I want to bring my squirrel in, and I want to label. Another label. Oh, there was one that had something like 2 for, had like a price on it. That one says shirts, but there is one. Two for $1.25. Let's add a little bit of orange ink around the edges. Put a bow on here. Don't know where it went. There's some really pretty bows in here. Let's do a brown one. Scissors. I thought I had cut this all out last night, but you know how that is. Or at least maybe it's just me. It's just like stuff just disappears, just goes into a void. I find it later. I don't stress about finding it. I just say it'll show up. Maybe at not the time that I need it, but it'll show up. I love these bows. There's brown and some orange bows. Let's add a little ink around the white, cover those white edges. Make sure I'm still in frame for you guys. I guess I'm not. Okay, that's better. Put that one there. I think it needs to be there. And our price can be over here. I hope the rest of this, the beginning of the video was in frame. Geez. There's nothing like completing a project and then realizing you're not in frame. It's like, well, how do I show him how to do the project? I guess I have to make another one. I am new to YouTube, so it's all a new learning experience for me. Big learning curve. Oh, we made a pocket there. Let's see. Let's put a little, like that little card there. We can put a little label on this one. Maybe the one that says October. Cute. I'm just going to do black on the orange. We've got a little pocket here. Isn't that cute? Bring some of our other cards in. Here's another little ephemera piece. Let's do orange on the edges of this one. Isn't that cute? Oh, we gotta put this guy in. Sassy, sassy squirrel. Cute little sassy squirrel. Love the squirrels. All right, sassy. You're gonna go in there with the pumpkins. Isn't that cute? All right, let's do this page. We're gonna do this page. I had this in my stash. Maybe this will be on the leaves one. I don't know what I was gonna do with it, but oh, I know I wanted to do one with mushrooms. There's all these fabulous mushrooms in here. Maybe we can add some pumpkins in with the mushrooms. This white one, maybe be here. Okay, let's do this one. See, do I have any more mushrooms? They're cut out already. I could go on the leaves one. Let's put, I want to put this label, where did you go? Danger on here. Because mushrooms can be poisonous. Let's see, do we want to bring some pumpkins in? Trying to cover that white space up. Just ink over it. No, there's some. No, it's a scrap. I think I've used enough of that scrap up. Here's another owl. That's cute. That is a cute owl. Spool cotton. Some of the other ephemera pieces. I know there's some other ones with mushrooms on them. I might have used them. Oh, there's a butterfly. Here's this one. Let's put that up there. wonder if there's a label we can add on top of that one. Small one, we need a small one. Where's the small ones? Fragile. And I've got a butterfly in here. Cute little deer. I want to put that one with the leaves though. What else? What else? What else? Got this round label. Doesn't look right. It's one of the Christmas deers. Isn't that cute? Got mixed in. Maybe this owl. I think the owl. Super easy project to use your little Dollar Tree index cards. Or even if you have index cards that maybe you had, you know, some study notes on or something, and you don't need those anymore, don't throw them away. You can use them. Cover them with paper. Okay, on this page, I'm going to put, there's this pocket. And for some reason, I cut off that edge to it. I have no idea why, what was happening. But I want to ink this up a little bit more. But you know what? I'm still going to use it. And I'm going to ink around this little cute Fall Bounty library card. And let's, excuse me, bring in this Gathering Twigs and add a little bit of that. Let's have allergies. Oh, it is a little bit windy outside. Must be why. Okay, so let's glue this little pocket down. You can see I must have started to use it with something because I've got glue on there, but hey, it's still good. I'm still gonna glue, I'm still gonna use it. It'll work. It will work. Okay, let's put something, oh, maybe the cute little deer. Let's put the deer on there. Oops. Cute. I love the deer in here too in this kit. And our little library card just slides in there. Cute. And I don't know, do we need anything else? Special Fall Bounty. Let's see, one of our labels. That says filed. I don't think we want filed. put the one that says leaves on. Leaves. These. Oh. See, I knew I had more mushrooms cut out. You just gotta look. Another squirrel. Another pumpkin. Here's a tiny mushroom. Let's add some more mushrooms. Green mushroom. Have you ever seen a green mushroom? I don't know that I've ever seen a green mushroom, but I know they're out there. I have a friend who lives on property, and she finds the most interesting looking mushrooms on her property. Okay. There's that. Now this says leaves, so I want to use, this is from Scrap Diva Designs. It's a doily die cut that I was going to use on, I think probably in my journal, and then I ended up not using it. I used, I think, a smaller one, but I did not want to throw it away. So what works here? I think I've used most of the leaves I already cut out. Here's a leaf stamp. It looks like I tried to cut part of that and didn't get that very straight. Here is a leaf. Another leaf, we could do it like that. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit subscribe and do me a favor and like this video. And if you could leave me a comment, that would be fabulous. I am new to YouTube. I appreciate your support. We need this squirrel in here. I think we do. I think we do. Add a little bit more brown to him to just get rid of that white background. Okay. Glue on my hands. Yeah, let me know if you're going to make this. I'm on Instagram at DailyDoseofHoppiness. You can tag me in your project. How cute. Oh, my other light went out. It's okay. There, my phone is on this stand that has a little light with it, and I think it's only lasts so long. So that's why I have all these other lights on. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare in there. This little white pumpkin in here. And let's bring some labels in. Labels. Haven't used this one yet. There's a 10 in here too. Wait, before I do that, maybe I want the 10. I love this, the octagon shape labels. They're so cool looking. Just adds a different shape. Let's do the 10. Put that right there. Do I need something here? If I had another leaf, got a button. Don't know. course, my other favorite in this kit, this owl, Hoot for Owl Coffee. I wonder if that's really a thing. No, that looks like it's too much. Another October? No. Do the black leaves. Let's put that down there. Why not? Fun fall flippy thing. More pumpkins. No. I think that's good. I still feel like it needs something there, but maybe not. And then we've got this page. I've got this label in there that says Hello Fall. A little bit of orange in there around those white, cover those white spaces. I wanted to use that. Oh, these were in there too that I didn't get a chance to use yet. There's just so much beauty in these fall kits. I just love them. I wanted to kind of layer these like that. Isn't that cute? You can see all the other pieces in the background. Except for the ones that you cover up, of course, right? Okay. That. And, oh, there's a bunny. How could I not use the bunny? We gotta use the bunny. Got to use the bunny. Cute bunnies. And then where did my fall thing go? Oh, here's the other orange bow. Isn't that cute? Okay. Hello, Fall. And let's bring a label in. Little 10. Smaller 10. Hi everybody, I'm back. I ran out of storage on my phone. I've got way too many pictures. So I'm just gonna do a little flip through the final little 4x6 folio we made using Dollar Tree 4x6 index cards. So it's our cover and the freebie labels from the Junk Journal Studio in orange and black. I will put a link in the description box of how you can get that freebie, where you can go on Ko-fi to get your freebie. Library card. I think it cut off when I was doing this page, so you just didn't see the last two. Right out of the bunny. So there's our cute little fall folio, fall Halloween folio, using the Junk Journal Studios freebie. So thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.